Creating a link on your website that will download a document, such as an ebook, an image or video, or even software program, is very simple as long as you know two things. First, you need to know the actual name of the file that you want to create a download link for. And when I say actual file name, I mean the specific syntax, including spaces, capitalization, and the extension. More on that in a minute. The second thing you need to know is the path to where that file is stored on your website. Is it inside a folder, or is it inside a nest of folders? And if so, which ones? What are they called? Both of those things, the actual file name and the path to where it is stored on the website, is what determines the link or the URL to the file you want people to download. And by the way, if the file is not on the website server yet, well, how do you get it there? And where do you put it? Well, every file on a website has a name and a location. Every image, every web page, every folder, and a downloadable file, such as a PDF, is no different. So let's create a download link for an ebook that we're calling The Best Kept Secrets of SEO. Now, that might be the name of the book, but it's not necessarily the name of the file we want people to download. The actual file name for this book is SEOsecrets.pdf. Notice that is not the same as any of these: SEOsecrets.pdf, 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 and SEOsecrets.pdf. We're going to need to use the exact syntax of the document. Next, we need to know where it is on the server, or we need to put it on the server. Now, when you're using WordPress, this process is so easy, it's almost fun. Well, maybe we won't go that far. But if you aren't using WordPress, it's also pretty simple. It's just different, and I'm going to show you that too. So first, let's create a download link for an ebook using WordPress. So let's take a look at the file that I want to use for the download. That's this one called SEO Secrets. It looks just like this on my computer, SEO Secrets, and it's a PDF. So let's go into WordPress and create a download link. Now I'm in my WordPress dashboard, and all I need to do is go to my media file. That's where you store all of your images and the assets that you want to use on your website. As you can see, here's a library of all of the images I'm using on my website. But of course, I want to upload a new document to my website, and that's the ebook. So I'm just going to do this, add the new media file, select the file. I can actually drag and drop it onto the spot too, but we'll select the file. We'll go right to it on my computer, which is right here, and select it. So if I click open, it's going to add it now to my media file in WordPress. So let's take a look at that. And as you can see, it appeared right here. SEOsecrets.pdf. Remember, that's the actual file name. Let's click on it and take a look. It's going to show us in the details. There's the file name right there. But most importantly, and this is really the only thing we need to make the link, is we need the URL, or in other words, the link or the path to that document. Now, all I need to do is copy this and then go take that link and go make a link on my website. I can make it with a button or an image or whatever I want to, and I'll do that in a minute. But first, let's just study this for just a second so you know why you're doing what you're doing. This URL, if we take a copy of it here, and let's go to it, I'm going to paste it into the browser and actually go to that link. And you can see the ebook does come up. This is the path to where it is on the server. In fact, the way WordPress does it is pretty good because it's a little bit more secure. What happens is this file, SEOsecrets.pdf, is inside a folder called 05, which is inside a folder called 2024, the year and the month I'm doing this, which is inside a folder called uploads, which is inside a folder called WP content, which is on my website, .com/classroom.com. This path, or this URL, is the link to that file. And notice it's the entire location and the name of the file, like we've talked about. So while that looks complicated, you didn't have to really worry about it because WordPress did all of that for you. It put it in that location. Now you're ready to use this link as a download. But anyway, let's take our link now and go make a download. Now in my case, I designed my WordPress websites using a plugin called Beaver Builder. So you can, whatever you're using to build your website with, you can adapt. But I'll show you how I'm doing it. Let's go to the page that I want to put the download link on. And actually, I already have it. I'll show you what I did here. It's this one, Best Kept Secrets, the download page. I'm going to open that up with my web builder, Beaver Builder. And so I've got an image I put here, I've got a button that I put here, and even some text. So if I wanted to make a button that says download the PDF, All I need is that URL or that path we talked about. So in here, I've got the link. This button is linking to that very path. I also can do it with a text link, where the text is download the book here, but the link is the one that we just looked at. Or I can do it with an image. In this case, with Beaver Builder, do it this way. Click on the image, put a link, a URL, and there it is. So now I've actually got 3 links on the page: an image, a button, and a text link. If I publish that, all anyone would have to do is click any one of these links, and then we'll get to the PDF. But what if you're not using WordPress? How would you make a download link? Well, all you need to do is upload your file to the server, like we talked about, and grab that URL. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So if you're using SiteGround like I do, you're going to want to use your file manager. If you aren't using SiteGround as your web host, then your web host probably has something called cPanel, which is like control panel, and you're going to have a file manager. Now, without getting all technical, you could also do this with an application called FTP, which is another application you can download and connect, but it's a lot more trouble. So in most cases, 99.9% of you that have any kind of web hosting account are going to have a file manager if you log into the control panel or the back office of your web hosting account. Again, I'm using SiteGround. It's really simple, so just click on File Manager. And this is where you can see the entire structure of your website on the server. Every website is stored on a server and also inside a folder called public HTML. This is where your website's actually stored. At least most servers call it public HTML. And to look inside, you just double click on it. And so now here is the structure of my website. I've got folders on here, I've got files on here, etc. If I wanted to put a file on my website, I need to put it inside this HTML folder. So now that I'm inside the folder, I could upload my ebook here just by clicking the upload button. Go File, Upload, go find that file, which is right here, SEO Secrets. Remember, this is the PDF, and we would click Open. So now I've got a file on my website inside my public HTML called, it's down here somewhere, where'd it go? There it is, SEO Secrets.pdf. Okay, so what does that mean? That means now that the path to this file is simply mydomain.com//SEOsecrets.pdf, because it's not inside any kind of a subfolder. It's just at the root of my website. So you can do that. If you want to put your file at the very root, you put it inside the public HTML folder. However, most people like to organize those kinds of things. And so we can actually make a folder and put this file inside a folder instead. That would change the URL. That's going to change the link, but it's going to clean it up and maybe be a little better. You could also make it a little more secure depending on what you name that folder. But let's do that. Let's create a folder. And again, your file manager will look similar to mine, and it'll have all these functions like uploading and creating new folders and all that kind of stuff. So let's do that. We're going to create a new folder. We're just going to call it ebooks, or you could call it downloads or whatever you want. Just for the sake of this video, we'll call it ebooks. I'm going to say confirm. And now I've got a folder on my public HTML called ebooks. So now to get to that folder, you go to .com//ebooks, but inside that folder, I want to put my ebook, right? So let's go inside this folder. Of course, right now I'm double clicking on it. Right now it's going to be empty. So we would upload. Let's put the SEO Secrets ebook right here inside this folder. Bing, bang, boom. Okay, now look at, we've got a file called SEO Secrets inside a folder called ebooks, which is inside my public HTML. So that means the link that I'm going to use is .com//ebooks/SEOsecrets.pdf. We'll take that link or that URL, make a text link out of it, put it into an image, whatever you're using to build your website with. That link will take your visitor to that file where they can look at it. And then from there, because it's a PDF, they can click a button and download it. In fact, let's go check this out. Since we just made this, let's try it. We're going to go to .com//ebooks/SEOsecrets.pdf. See if it worked. There it is. And again, because it's a PDF and this is an Adobe product, most people use the Adobe Reader. They just click this button to download it onto their computer. And that's how you create a download link. So if you have questions about this topic or anything else related to creating profitable websites or a business online, let me know in the comments, and maybe I can make a video that helps you. Thanks for watching.